Hey guys, it's Fusely back with another guide. Sorry I haven't been creating much content recently, I've just been trying to climb the ladder and playtest as many things as possible. I'm sure this is no surprise to you, but I found Nidalee jungle to be very efficient. She's without a doubt one of the cheesiest junglers this patch. I used to hate on Nidalee in the old jungle because the paths were set in stone and she didn't have many advantages. However, in the new jungle, Nidalee thrives because of how strong the new camps are. You can finally play Nidalee like the huntress she is described as. So I really like Nidalee on red side due to this insanely cheesy path you can do. For those of you that watch my invade video, it's essentially the same, except you're able to jump Dragon Wall to get there even quicker. You start Q on Nidalee and kill Gromp as fast as possible. Then you get your W to chase down your target. The only thing I want to point out here is my camera movement. When an enemy bot lane comes late to lane and is full HP, they typically leashed Krugs unless they were fake leashing. This means you know the enemy jungler is going to be at his red. Now notice how I flashed after Rengar. I didn't even need to do that. Your W gets reset when you jump on a marked target, giving you some of the best chase potential along with your Q execute. I'm a terrible Nidalee. This is probably one of my first games on her since the rework, and as you can see I'm doing relatively okay. A good Nidalee would be absolutely destroying. I go mid right away to catch Jace from behind. With Annie-Stone it's a free kill. We end up trading purely because I'm bad, but because I'm there to absorb experience, it's fine. Now with Nidalee, I really like to camp a single lane and snowball it out of control. This is typically the lane with CC, allowing me to land easy spears because I'm terrible at predicting and skill shots are hard. Annie baits us out perfectly, doing good initial damage to Jace and then walking into me, allowing me to land a spear without any thought. A fed Nidalee is very destructive. Getting a lot of AP early allows for you to throw spears for half of a target's health and then execute them with little to no counterplay. And because of the relatively strong opening, this isn't that hard to accomplish. Obviously this doesn't happen every game, but there are quite few junglers that will scale this well that are this safe. Now that I've shown you how snowballing Nidalee can be, let's move on to a game where I don't end up getting an early kill and cheesing the enemy jungler. A fed champion isn't hard to play, so let's go over her ganking ability. I approach Lissandra from the bush, giving me just a minor amount of move speed before I go in. I wait for Ahri to get a positioning advantage on Liss, which basically ensures Liss won't use her E to escape for fear of getting charmed while doing so. I then approach and smite the minions with rangers immediately to give me an angle to throw a spear, which she sidesteps. I chase her down in Cougar form and switch back as soon as I'm in range to land an easy spear, which gives me the marked target buff. This allows me to chase her as she eases back over the wall. After I jump the second wall, she snares me. Yet she's so low, I transform back into human form and auto her for the kill. Just as I said earlier, I like to camp a lane and snowball it out of control, so I had to return to Ahri's lane. As soon as I show up, Ahri misses her charm, so I wait it out. Now because I've waited so long, I'm a little bit scared it might be warded, so to add some security, I bushwhack for vision over the wall to see if Jarvan is there. He isn't, so I hop the wall and get an angle on Liss to land a spear. Again, because she's a marked target, I get a reset on my jump, so I jump in, execute damage, then jump to chase her when she E's out. And she's so low, I just auto her again for the kill. So you might find yourself asking, effusively, what do you do if they start blue? How do you cheese them then? Well, to that I respond, you take their red. Duh. Now, I want you guys to know I didn't do this without information. I was on Skype with the support who said their bot lane started Krugs, which means that their jungler wouldn't have started red. Always be sure of yourself, guys. Don't throw the game in the first minute. No one wants to do it with that guy. This is a really dumb clip that I didn't know if I wanted to include, because their Nunu was pretty obviously trolling and he didn't bring Smite. But this goes both ways. I would have gotten the kill originally if I wasn't exhausted. However, I want to go over this real quick, just in case some junglers think they are more safe by doing Raptors before red. I wait for him to pass by me and then I ward his red. Then I loop around the far side of the jungle. I make sure the wave won't spot me. A good way to do this is to look at your mini-map. The map is identical, so if your wave is able to spot the jungle entrance, then so is theirs. Alright, so I've gotten this far without talking about a jungle route, and I did that on purpose. The way I played Nidalee is very go with the flow, and it's not about optimization really. I try to bully the enemy jungler most of the time pre-6, unless he's an extremely safe jungler. Then it's all about bullying a lane with spears. For those of you wondering, I build AP Nidalee. I've seen some people do AD, and really it's whatever you're most comfortable with. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. However, I really like AP and then Lichbane to chunk with spears and have potential with split pushing when needed. I'll show my runes and masters at the end of the video and in the description below. Nidalee isn't a free win, and I'm not trying to tell you that she is. She faces many problems, most notably a hard engage / teamfight comp will usually destroy her. She also really struggles to gank lanes that have no CC, and once you're at a deficit, you are pretty much always behind. I usually first pick Nidalee on red side, and then my team will pick no CC champs, and there's not a lot you can do about that, but that's solo queue for you. Anyways, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe and follow me on twitch.tv/effusively, where I stream regularly with commentary.